Today's keynote expert is in leadership development and has shared her enthusiastic message with more than 1 million people throughout North America. She is the author of the inspirational book titled Who I Am Depends on Me and is here to share her thoughts on how we can better elevate our futures. Please help me welcome Patty Hendrickson.
Woo! Hello, Nebraska FBLA. Yay! It is such a pleasure to be with you today to talk about elevate your future. A lofty goal for this year's theme indeed. So I'm going to ask you if, in fact, Nebraska FBLA, you buy into the fact of elevating your future. I'm going to ask you that question, and on the count of 1, 2, 3, I want you to shout out as loud as you possibly can, yes. So Nebraska FBLA, are you ready to elevate your future? Woohoo! Oh, that was good. That was so good. And your response is awesome. Loud and awesome. Woo. But I have to ask you this. You scream yes, but was it truthful? Ouch. And I'm going to test you on this, and I need your help. I need you to stand up and stand up tall. Now, freeze. Freeze. I need you to be aware of how you're standing right now, and discreetly, quietly, with your right hand, I want you to give yourself a score. 1 is like, just a little bit better than a sloth. 3, mediocre. And 5, yowza, I am awesome. So go ahead, give yourself that score. All right, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Don't move it. Don't move it. Now, give yourself a little self-assessment here. Are you, in fact, standing very tall? Are your shoulders on? Are your feet square with your shoulders and facing forward? Is your tummy tucked in? Is your head up high? And do you have a nice expression on your face? I hear your chatter. I think a few of those items might have been missing. Ouch. Ooh. Nice lady, you thought, until she scorched us. Sorry. You may have a seat. We have a room full of 2,300 people. I asked you to stand up tall. And you all participated. Some of you a little more sluggish than others. The back's like, should we? And those are like, yeah. So we all stood up, gave yourself a score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it was, based upon how you thought you performed. I don't think you were lying. I thought you were participating with me. You stood up, but you probably didn't stand up to the level of excellence that you could have in that moment. You did it, but you didn't do it awesome. Ouch. That's the point of my message today. That's the lesson. Are we just doing things to get them done? Or are we doing things to do them well? Big difference. Big difference. There's this awesome quote by a woman named Madeleine Albright. Ooh, here we go. She was the first female Secretary of State of our country. It says, whatever the job you're asked to do at whatever level, do it well. Because your reputation is, because your resume Your reputation is your resume, sorry. Whatever the job you're asked to do at whatever level, do it well. Do a good job because your reputation is your resume. Now, if I went to your school and I tapped a few people on the shoulder and I said, tell me about Noah. Tell me about what's Noah like? Tell me about Ashley. What's she like? At your school, people would share with me about how you behave and what you do. They have an impression of the level of excellence that you operate in. I don't know what that answer would be, but everybody has an idea because that reputation, that's what stands for you. When we say, are you elevating our future, it talks about making the commitment at every single second of every single day, doing things well, making excellence a habit, making quality your habit. Many of you in the room, you are so busy, your calendars are crazy. You wake up in the morning, you already have 12 things you should have done by the time you wake up. And you show up after, you go back home after school, after practice, and then you do homework. So many of you are in AP classes. You have an amazing, busy life. But are you really doing things well or just getting a lot of things done? My message for you today is to talk about finding the things that matter most to us. There's a beautiful quote. Oh, and by the way, I have to share this quietly. You got to find out what thing that works for you. And for me, being positive is the thing that stands out more than anything. My little mantra is with a little woohoo, everything is easier to do. Because when we find out that thing that matters to us, that thing that taps into who we are, that's what makes us shine. That is our wonderful. It says, make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. That's what it means, that little nudge inside you, that you feel that you're like, oh, this was good, oh, I like that. That was, oh my gosh, competing at the FBLA state conference, awesome. There are other people back at school that wonder, why would you ever do this? This is odd. Yet you got dressed up today, you ran in the doors to save chairs, you're excited. That's part of what it is that makes you who you are. That's your wonderful. Don't cheat the world out of your wonderful. Everybody in here, whether you are 50 years old or you are 15 years old or somewhere in that range, there's something about who and what you are that when you show up, people sense what you're about. That's your wonderful. And the sad thing is, some of us, when it starts coming out, we're like, oh, that was, ooh, this feels good. Sometimes we bring it back in and we don't let it show. But that's your magic to share with others. That's the essence of who you are. I have 4 simple things I want to share with you today. Are they life-changing? No. But there's those 4 elements that if we remember them, they put us in a good place to always be our best. Are you ready? Yeah. Excellent, loud voice. One more time. Are you ready, FBLA? Yeah. All right. The first thing we need to do in all times and all places is we need to reach out. We need to reach out. Now, I want to share with you a strange little story, an event that happened to me. Would you please raise your hand if you've ever been to Epcot Center? Raise your hand. Okay. All right, lots of you have. For those of you who haven't, Epcot Center is part of the Walt Disney World properties, and in Orlando, Florida. Of all the properties, it's the most educational. And it features very large buildings. Each building is a different country. And you go in and you either go on a little ride or you see a show to learn about the country. Well, this strange event happened in the building labeled China. You walk into this building, and all around the room are large screens. It's a surround sound theater. You stand in the middle of the room at these big wooden bars so you don't fall over and get motion sickness. At the start of the show, someone in a warrior costume pops on the screen and says, "Hi, welcome to China." And you start to see the sights and sound of China. Beautiful country, beautiful. About 4 minutes into the show, we started hearing this really loud booming sound. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. It was behind us. And as it traveled on the screen, you could see the visual with it was a herd of about 400 yak. They're just galloping across the screen. Now, I live in Wisconsin. We have a lot of cows, not a lot of yak. I thought it was cool. So I nudged this little boy beside me. I said, look, look. The kid freaked out. He started screaming at the top of his lungs, "Stranger!" What do? You're standing in China next to Psycho Child. I felt so bad. I didn't mean to scare him, so I did the most natural thing. I went to hug him. Yeah, you're right. This was stupid. He then started screaming at the top of his lungs, "Stranger is touching me!" And I was. Within 30 seconds, there were 3 Epcot Center security guards around me, one on each elbow and one in the middle of my back, and they whisked me off to Disney jail. I kid you not. Underneath that property is a whole other world. It's a small world. Sorry. Inside joke. This gentleman asked me to sit in a chair. He sat across from me, started interrogating me, asking me my name, where I live, what I do, have I ever been arrested? What? You know, moments ago, I'm standing watching beautiful sights and scenery from China, and now I'm being questioned about my reputation, what I do, am I a creep? And I don't know about you, but when I'm stressed, I don't handle it well. I laugh. And you know when you start laughing and you can't stop laughing? That's not a good answer if someone ever asks you if you've been arrested. It just got worse. It was so much worse. And finally, about a half hour of being questioned, a gentleman walked into the room and said to the other man, I watched videotape. She's okay. She can go back to the park. Great. So he said, I'll escort you back, ma'am. So we went up to the park. My husband, Brad, was up there laughing. Divorce. No. Just kidding. That whole day, wherever we went, we kept running into people from China. How do I know? Oh, it was pretty obvious. We'd be walking along. People would spot us, stop dead in their tracks, point, hide their children, and walk away. All day long. Now, this freaks me out. This kid that I'm standing next to, he's probably 5 years old, I would guess. And from his accent, I think he was Australian. He is in one of the happiest places on the planet, Disney. But his reaction when some lady is saying, look at the yak, is to freak out, to scream to the world that a stranger is talking to me, look out. Ah. This is the world you and I live in. No matter where we go, there are people when we are unknown to them, they are taught to be fearful. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's a healthy world to live in. I think you and I need to be the folks that we are always there to smile at individuals. We're always there to reach out. We are there to say, life is good. Come and join any experience. We need to reach out. I'd like you to help me out here. Would you please put your hands straight out in front of you like this? Okay. And keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Do not set them down. I'm going to say to you, power clap, 1, 2, 3, and one time only. Put them together, okay? Keep them up, keep them up. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Keep them up, keep them up. Wherever you go in the world, people see you and sense what you're about. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you got to be very loud and forceful. Loud, power clap, 1, 2, 3. Even louder, power clap, 1, 2, 3. Woohoo, loud, power clap, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you got to chill out, let somebody else take the lead. Arms up, arms up, arms up, arms up. Let somebody else take the lead, but you got to be a little more quiet, a little less assertive. Very quiet, power clap, 1, 2, 3. Even quieter, power clap, 1, 2, 3. Quiet, power clap, 1, 2, 3. This is all about you. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Back to normal. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. Power clap, 1, 2, 3. And by the way, if your arms hurt, work out. Yeah, ouch. Shake out your hands, shake out your hands. We can be the gleaming light, the proud, the standing tall, the welcoming individual, but we still have to make people feel comfortable being apart. So I can be loud, quiet, but it's how welcoming I am with other people. When we talk about reaching out, this is what I mean. I need you all to do this. Okay? This is the power team trust clap. 1, 2, 3. 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 Woo! Shake out your hands. Woohoo! So when we reach out, it's about welcoming people to be a part. I don't care how good you are at this or how good you are at this, but if you are the nice, kind soul who makes me feel comfortable, I respect you and what you stand for. Reaching out. Nobody else needs to be the self-starter. I'm only talking to one person in this room, the person sitting in your chair. Because no matter what anybody else says in this auditorium, you're the one that makes the difference. You're the one who makes a choice to be that student, that advisor, that community member who reaches out. So number one, reach out. And sometimes when we're in a place with other people, we might feel, even here with some of these people that you don't know from other corners of the state, you haven't been with them before, when we're somebody unknown, it's different, it's unfamiliar. We need to be the ones who find similarities. Now, I'm going to throw my glasses on the floor. No. I am going to ask you some questions, or I'll make some statements. And if I say a statement that applies to you, I want you to shout very loudly, "That's me." All right? Number one, you're breathing.
That's me.
Woo. You're the oldest kid in your family.
That's me.
You play a sport.
That's me.
You're a freshman.
That's me.
You're a chapter officer.
That's me.
Wow. You play an instrument.
That's me.
This is your first time at the State Leadership Conference.
That's me.
Wow. You're the youngest in your family.
That's me.
You're a sophomore.
That's me.
You like to sing.
That's me.
Others like to hear you sing.
That's me.
A few less. You drove more than 2 hours to get here.
That's me.
You're a middle level student. Yay! Those are some future state officers who are here. Middle level, hats off to you. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! You're a chapter advisor. Oh, that was so dignified. You have a driver's license.
That's me.
You have a speeding ticket.
That's me.
You're a junior.
That's me.
You like country music.
That's me.
You are a senior.
That's me.
You are wearing a name tag.
That's me.
You are a proud FBLA member.
That's me.
All right. Woohoo! When we search for the things that are similar, we forget the things that we don't have in common. In the world I live in, I'm worried that so many of us are becoming so sequestered from one another, only hanging out with people just like us, that we're cheating ourselves out of seeing somebody else as wonderful. Makes a difference. So we need to reach out, find the similarities, and we need to do something. Now let me explain to you what I mean by do something, okay? Everybody in this room, you have certain things that you like to do, whether that's singing, whether that's leading a group, whether that's organizing something, whether that's doing philanthropy, charitable hours. The thing you like to do, you should do that. Find a vehicle. And luckily for you in FBLA, we have what's called the Business Achievement Awards, which were designed to make every member find a space and place to show what they've got to bring. Raise both of your hands really tall if you've participated in the Business Achievement Awards. Really tall. Really tall. Look around the room, everybody. Look around. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. If your hands were not up, there's a fabulous way for you to get involved with the Business Achievement Awards. All you have to do, all you get to do, is ask your advisor to log you on. And once you're on the system at National FBLA PBL, then you can drive what you want to with the projects you pick. And whether you are an officer in the chapter, and by the way, you're part of a chapter, not a club. A club is something that cavemen beat people with, not a good thing. You belong to a chapter of FPLA. And in your chapter, you don't have to be elected to a position. You can still do all kinds of projects that bring value to your business community and your school. It's limitless. It's a great way to elevate your future. And once you succeed, there's a future, a business, a leader, and an America level. And I believe tomorrow that people will be honored here for being in the leader category. And then if those of you who have been doing this for a while, at the National Leadership Conference in Baltimore, you'll be awarded on stage for the America level, which is the most prestigious of all of them and the toughest to do. But take a look at it. It's a great way to build your chapter and let everybody find a place where they can do what's good for them. All righty. Quick recap. We need to reach out. Power Team Trust Clap. 1, 2, 3. Oh, try that again. Power Team Trust Clap. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. We need to reach out. We need to find similarities. We need to do something. And the last of the 4 is we need to we need to pick our circle, okay? Let me explain to you what that means. Like that cute little slide with a girl there. Those little kids, they're like, oh, and when she looks at him, she's like, hey, I like to be with you. That's picking our circle. That's what it means to hang out with people that you know inspire you, respect you, and push you to do the things you should do. They expect you to be your wonderful self. I don't know what your current situation is, but I'd like you right now to just think in your fabulous, huge brain right now. Think of the 3 to 4 people you spend the most time with, okay? Don't say their names, just think of them, okay? You are the average of the individuals that you spend the most time with. So if those 3 or 4 people are always encouraging you, supporting you, saying, yeah, that's awesome. If those 3 or 4 people are people who keep getting in trouble and you're with them, so you are too, probably could make a few changes. Because we choose where we invest our time. And let me show you this visual. This is your life in a quick graphic. There are little moments that happen, and those moments become seconds, and those seconds become minutes, and those minutes become hours, and those hours become days, those days become weeks, those weeks become months, those months become years, and those years become decades, and pretty soon, you're dead. Hello. That's a little graphic of your life, okay? So come back here, way over here, in this moment. These are where the moments happen. Your life is a giant collection of moments. And every second of every day, you are choosing where you invest that time. It's your choice. The person sitting in your chair deserves the kind of life that you want it to be. Pick your friends. So FBLA students, when I started out, I asked you to answer yes to elevating your future. I'm going to ask you one more time, okay? We're going to reach out. We're going to find similarities. We're going to do something. And I hope you pick a good circle, a good group of friends. So get ready. Nebraska FBLA, would you stand up and stand tall? Yeah, you're standing up taller this time, aren't you? Uh-huh. On the count of 3, are you ready to elevate your future? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Nebraska FBLA, please do this with your hands very tall, very tall. This is an elevated power team trust clap. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Power team trust clap, elevated. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Shake out your hands. Smile at somebody behind you, beside you, in front of you. High five a few people around you. Woo woo! Awesome. Nebraska FBLA, it has been an honor to be with you today. Take this energy, keep it going, reach out, find similarities, do something, and pick a great circle. Woo! Thank you.